Hello and welcome to another Overlord lore video, and today we are going to take a closer look at the reason for why Clememtine will likely return to Overlord and how her disappearance was kind of Ainz Ooal Gown's own fault, in more than just one way. But before we're going to do so, let me quickly thank my Patreons for supporting this channel, as well as all users of the YouTube thanks function who made one-time donations. Now with that said, let's start with why Clememtine is gone in the first place. After Ainz Ooal Gown had found the remains of Swords of Darkness, he used Overlord and divination magic in order to find the location of Clememtine. Ainz also did not fall for the misleading hint that they were in the sewers, since Ainz was well versed in tracking down opponents and avoiding traps or misdirections. And once the two of them fought, Ainz initially acted like he was indifferent to the death of his short-time companions, but in reality he was quite enraged and wanted to take revenge, hence why he gave Overlord one of the daggers of the adventurer group and kept another for himself. And while Ainz Ooal Gown ultimately destroyed Clememtine with, let's call it, 3 hugs, he briefly showed the dagger in question, while Overlord actually had wounded Khajiit with her own version of it, with the so-called Swords of Darkness, symbolizing the adventurer team. But after taking the symbolic act of revenge, Ainz Ooal Gown, in his role as Momon, had given the bodies of the 2 culprits into the custody of the Adventurer Guild, and at the next morning their bodies disappeared from the morgue. And this was bad for 2 very similar reasons, because Khajiit has witnessed the full power of Overlord, and Clememtine knows that Ainz Ooal Gown is the same person as Momon, which might mean a great big deal of trouble later, simply because Clememtine is first and foremost from the theocracy of Slain, and while she was able to steal from one of the Miku priestesses, Clememtine could not stand a chance against of the rest of the Black Scripture or the Godkins. Hence why she needed Khajiit to create a distraction via the undead army in the first place, in order to cover her tracks. So if the theocracy would be the one to recover the body and revive Clememtine, then the state of the 6 great gods would know that Ainz Ooal Gown and Momon are the same person. This could be used as leverage in order to maybe save the theocracy from the upcoming attack of Ainz Ooal Gown. However, we witnessed the talk the cardinals had about Ainz and Momon, and while they speculated that maybe Ainz and Momon were collaborating, they seemed to lack any evidence for it, meaning that they likely did not recover her body at all, or at least had not managed to revive Clememtine. But the real loyalty of this literal bikini armor wearer did not lie within Slain, but with Zurnon, the undead organization that once had summoned and unleashed 3 soul eaters upon a city of the beastmen, killing 100,000 souls in the progress. So it is likely that this elusive organization was the one to actually recover the body of both Khajiit and Clememtine. Remember, both of them were also members of Zurnon. With other words, they should now know that Ainz Ooal Gown and Momon are the same person. And with the theocracy soon to experience the wrath of Ainz, who's to say that Zurnon is not going to make a move soon, either declaring themselves loyal to the undead overlord, like for example the flying pirate ship that used to sail the Kat's plane on a sea of fog did, or maybe they take their finding to yet another undead organization. Corpus of the Abyss had been hidden itself away from public scrutiny, but they were focused on magic research and insight. So if there's a link between Zurnon and Corpus of the Abyss, or if they are in fact the same organization, or at least Zurnon being a proxy of them, then it is likely that the Elder Night Liches would learn about both Ainz Ooal Gown's might and his undead nature. And while Ainz is not approachable at all, being the undead king and such, Momon is seen as the champion of the people, so they could use Momon in order to establish a secret contact with the undead king, explaining how they plan to start breaking away from their cruel master, Cure Elim Los Malvar, one of the undead dragon lords. In turn, pledging their allegiance to Ainz Ooal Gown, the undead king, who not only is far more benevolent than their old master, but also has access to far more arcane lore. And Cure Elim was the one who finished off Invernia, the kingdom Evil Eye hails from, and incidentally, this is also likely the place where Evil Eye and the rest of Blue Roses are right now, so it could be that in order to leave no loose ends, Ainz Ooal Gown has to launch a campaign against Invernia and Cure Elim in order to prevent the leaking of Mormont's true identity. And I personally would really like to see Clementine's face again when she's confronted with Ainz Ooal Gown for the second time in her life. And now it's your turn. Please let me know your opinions on Clememtine and my fury down in the comment section, and with that said, I say thank you very much for watching, and special thanks to Ada Daddy Ader, Bad Guy Yi, Bad Burrito 316, Beezer, Ben C, Brandon D, Chrissy, Crowley 0221, Sia, Crystal Prime, Dead Slime, Death is Mercy, Deathless Dragonlord, Demon Xenomorph 1987, Devin Downen, Ding Dong, Duckwagon, Dunkler Krieger, Dystopia, Dystopia II, Enigmatic Unicorn, Feral Shivan, Guy with That Head, Hector Marino, Hoss, Huster, Jacob G, Jana B, Jason, J. Morris, Chromius, Kyle R, Lee K. Long, Legendarius, Lelouch Britannia Wiffy Mustache, Lexus Fox, Lord Nishikian Rai, Lord Touch Me, Loverazor, Merovec, Mr. Shoes, Mr. Tweaker, Michael R, Michael Y, Nope, Oh Hell No, Normal Toad, O'Kill, Overlord General Gasper, Paddy Pantom, Paz Sonich, Primus 11, Rhinomere, Cune Caracos P, Cher Gox's Daddy, Shadow Lightning Wolf, Shrine Keeper, Super Tier Magic Batista Bomb, Supreme Cheese, Staris, Ted, Texas Deer, The Orc Warboss, Rocket Smasher, T.E. Wang, Vash Hawkeye, Vegito 27, Venture Fanatic, Wilhelm, Xenukai, and Zonagon. Thanks guys. Anyway, have a nice day, and I hope to see you all again soon on my next video.